Okay, what's going on, everybody? I don't know what just happened. They tried to disconnect me again. So we're still live, so we're gonna see how everything goes. Please let me know if there's any problems. I'll be checking the chat, and yeah, so looks like everything is cool. Looks like we're all good. We're all good. Okay, let's keep it up. See if we got any notifications. I got disconnected about 2 minutes ago, but they don't know what that was. I'm not seeing any inconsistency in the stream. I got the Elgato and everything hooked up. There's not anything else going on except for the replay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna check down detector just one time to be sure that nothing will go wrong, because I remember that we had a connectivity problem on our last stream, and then I just didn't go live. But like, it was just too fucked up. It was like, man, there were like 3 streams because my stream kept trying to reconnect. Like, it was not worth it. Okay. Down detector, YouTube. Let's see what's going on. Fuck. There's like a huge fucking outage, bro. What the fuck is that? 45% video streaming, 29% app, 26% website. I know football is going on today. 6 hours ago. Yep, dead as disco. Middle of 2 live and die in LA. Spinning. I don't know what the fuck that means. Can anyone confirm if videos are not playing? Is it still happening? Or are videos still not playing? That was 6 hours ago. Jeez. Why is YouTube always having these problems? God damn. Well, it seems stable right now. We're gonna run this shit until the wheels fall off. We're gonna be very precise and very quick with our messaging. We'll loop back around to some other things. I'm already prepped. There's really no other things to really do. I'm gonna give a shout out to the people that appear in the chat, so be sure to make sure yourself is heard. All the people that were there before: Verge Brizzle, Furious Legacy Gaming, and Alexander Clifton. Thank thank you for being here early on time. And everybody else, if you're watching, you can say your hellos in the comment section so I can give you a proper shout out. I'm going to click this off, the remix, and then I'm gonna mess with the Elgato a little bit, turn that off, then turn it back on. Then I'm going to preview the audio, make sure this side is good. Good. Okay. Okay. I have a valid leak. Don't ask me how I know this, but I have a valid leak. It's about Black Friday sales and what games I know for certain are going to be on sale. Madden will have a discount for Black Friday. The Last of Us Part 2 and possibly Part 1 will also have a discount for Black Friday. God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok will also have a discount for Black Friday. Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales and the other Spider-Man Game of the Year for Spider-Man 2018. All three of those will be marked down for Black Friday. It does seem like I saw that maybe I think the Ubisoft Assassin's Creed Shadows will also be marked down for Black Friday, and that looks to be it. There is something else for a Nintendo game, and by the way, when I say Madden, that is for Xbox and PlayStation. Those are what I've seen that I can confirm. There's going to be other Black Friday sales, but I'm telling you for a fact that those are marked down. I don't know if PlayStation's doing a United States discount for the PS5 next week or the week after. It would be in their best interest, but maybe they don't give a fuck. I know that other countries, they're doing cuts to the PS5 price for the Black Friday holiday, such as in Japan and I believe somewhere in Europe. But I don't know if they're going to have those sales in the United States. Okay. Let me deal with this bandit cant real quick. I'm gonna knock these fuckers out real quick. This is the Sunday show. I'm just waiting for more people to get in here so I don't have to repeat myself multiple times. So this is the Sunday show. Just waiting for more visitors. Alright, got his dumb ass over there. There's someone in there. There's 2 people in there. That was not smooth by any means necessary. I wanted to be smoother, but the window for parries are unforgiving. Still knocked out most of it in a good way. Okay, let's go and see where this is. So that came. Oh, okay, there he is. We got the foreign book. Got a hat. Oh, that bird shit up there. Fucking legend. So I'll knock this spot out, which is not bad. There's a lot over here that they're not going to let me get to, so I'm not even going to mess around with some of that stuff. They just won't let me get there. This. We're going to rank 4, area 4. Let's do it. What? Area 4 is the other way. Waiting on Black Friday to pick up games to add to my backlog. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really focusing on anything else except for like Assassin's Creed Shadows. I will pick that up, marked down, but I'm not picking up anything else. I already have Dispatch. Again, if you guys, I don't think you guys saw it, but I own Dispatch. I got the deluxe edition and everything. Haven't even played it yet. I also own this other game that I haven't even played. It was I forgot what the fucking name of the game was, but I now have 2 fucking games I haven't really fucking touched at all. And I don't like that. But I know it's in my backlog, which is now made up of, oh, it's going to be made up of 50 games because I got to put Dispatch in there. Add to my game list, add the backlog. And I'm also going to add Trails in the Sky to my backlog. It's going to be in my backlog anyway. Okay. So now I got 51 games in this section. Okay. So here we go. So Dispatch is here. Trails in the Sky is here, which I have not played much of at all. There it is. Achilles. Legends Untold. That game I haven't even fucking touched. I'm so fucking pissed. Like, bro, you have no idea. Like, I got this game and I have not even fucking touched it. So, yeah, I'm not picking up much. I'm only looking to pick up one more game for my crazy backlog. So, this game right here is Rise of the Ronin. I am in the second area / continent, whatever. Just gonna come over here and save my game. Nice. I think I want to get a staff here. Yeah. These revolvers looking good. But it's really that rifle I'm using that for a lot of distance shots. Damn, I really had some new shit. That's the one thing about a game like this. You loot so much shit. You kind of don't even look at it half of the time. Dragonfly Strike. Okay. Where was my stat? Ah, there we go. I was about to say, I know I could level up again. Man, I'm fucking strong as shit. I forgot how much I was leveling up. I was leveling up like a bitch on this game. Hmm. Nice. Yeah, okay, I remember all that now. I'm still gonna save my game the normal way. I do not trust autosave. Okay. Tuesday, I believe I'm gonna mark it down around. It's gonna be between the hours of 10 to, I don't know, between 10 and to 2 or 10 or 11. I'll iron it down on Monday. That is going to be when I start my stream for Dispatch. Now, my Dispatch stream, I want it to be a very annual stream. I want to do this completely different to my other streams, which means it'll be on a specific day. And on that day, every time on that day, I'm going to make sure that I do that stream. So I know I'm off on Tuesdays. I'm gonna see if we can get it done on Tuesdays. I know that Tuesdays is news and updates, but I'm gonna be moving Dispatch to Tuesdays until I finish it. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because the news portion is whatever. Like news and updates for gaming is happening at very sporadic amounts of time. Um, it's it's not just on Tuesdays. Sometimes it's on Fridays. Sometimes it's on Thursdays. And I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with the news and updates because we're getting to the end of the year, and we probably only got a good 2 to 3 weeks left where we will get news and updates before everybody goes on vacation. All the developers and publishers and companies and shit like that. So I think we'll probably have the rest of this month, and then maybe 1 or 2 weeks in the month of December where people really give out any type of updates. And then that's it. And then we'll have like a lot more news and updates going into the towards the end of January. Hopefully in the middle of January, but let's aim for the end of January when developers and everybody come back from their vacations. What's going on, everybody in the chat? So, we're gonna again also squeeze Death Stranding in where we can, stuff like that. I want to kind of get the story for Battlefield 6 out the way, but it's going to also be attached to a gameplay of multiplayer. So I still want to do that on its own. I want to fit that in sometime next week as well. So there may be a period of time where there's like 2 individual games in a stream. Battlefield, as you know, I'm going to have to play that directly from the PS5 Pro due to screen tearing problems. So we're going to be dealing with that. I want to get that out the way as soon as possible. So I might, let's say I might come off of work tomorrow, which is my last day before my 2 breaks. And I might just play Battlefield just to knock that out. So at least I can say, hey, I'm done with the campaign. And, again, Cyberpunk, Death Stranding 2, those are my close. I need to get them out the way list. Cyberpunk more so than Death Stranding because I'm really towards the end. And then again, Dispatch will be my new game that I'll be starting like an annual thing. Right? Okay. So I'll make sure that information gets out between now and then on schedules, and I'll put that in the community section so people know what I'm planning. I got a lot of JRPGs. I'm going to try to fit them in when I can. I was trying to get a lot of overtime this last 2 weeks at the job, so I really just didn't have any type of energy getting home. Like, even yesterday, I fell asleep before I even ate all my dinner, man. Like, I just been, just working. So, it is what it is. Okay, so we're done with Rise of Ronin for the pre-show. And let's get started. So, shout out to Mighty Keef. Now, I just want to put a disclaimer. In no way am I trying to infringe on his rights or anything, but I am trying to give you guys a pretty good idea of what all gamers outside of the fan base and PlayStation are thinking about when they see the Steam Deck. So I'm doing a reaction to Mighty Keef's video. I'm not trying to infringe on his rights. I'm just want you guys to get a clear understanding. And then from there, we're going to watch the Steam Deck trailer. I have not watched it. And then we're going to break down my thoughts on that. Now, I've already watched this video, and it is 100% spot on. Not just because of how he feels, and he's a good gamer. I don't think he's on a higher level than me. I don't think he's been in it longer than me, but he kind of understands exactly what gamers are thinking and saying in this skit. He pretty much wrapped it up perfectly. I couldn't have said it perfect myself. But I have definitely seen in the gaming community as a whole, not just our section of YouTube, but outside and TikTok and YouTube, I have seen a good percentage of Xbox owners that are not true, I believe, green Xbox fans. They have Xboxes because of circumstance. They are going to migrate. They have voiced that they're going to migrate to this box. I have not heard PlayStation fans say this. I have not heard any Nintendo fans say this, but I have heard people that own an Xbox through circumstance confirm that they're going to buy this box. Now, let's go watch this video together.
Last year, Instagram launched teen accounts, defaulting all teens into automatic protections, and we'll continue adding new safeguards.
Good luck.
1, 2. Instagram teen accounts with automatic protections.
I am Mighty Keef.
So I told him you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
Sir, the trailer dropped.
What trailer?
Steam.
Steam fall sales?
No.
Oh, Steam Deck updates.
No.
So what is it?
Steam is coming out with a PC console hybrid.
Nah. You almost had me there. I'm not gonna lie, you almost had me. All right, what's actually happening?
I'm serious, sir. Steam is coming out with a Steam machine. It's a PC, but you can plug and play it onto your TV, like a console.
What do you mean console? Steam has my games on it.
Yeah.
Get Xbox on the line right now.
What do you want?
Did you know about this?
Know about what? I'm on the other line arguing with TikTok and Instagram Reels.
Steam's coming out with a console.
Console? I thought it was just a PC.
You plug it into the TV, you start playing games.
Damn. These niggas made a console. Well, I knew they were cooking up something. Why do you think I gave up?
You could have warned me about this. They can play some of my games on that thing.
How do you think I feel? They can play all my games on that thing.
Now, I want to pause right here and add a little bit of my commentary. That right there is fucking accurate. I can't tell you how many PlayStation fans over the last 3 days have not understood why this system is a threat. I also can't tell you how many PlayStation fans don't understand that your boy JayTech has been saying this shit from the beginning. That sooner or later, you were going to have to come back to literally to my fucking feet and apologize on the basis of me saying this was going to happen. PlayStation gave their exclusives to PC. Now PC is competing with PlayStation. I was told that this would not happen. I was told day and date wouldn't happen. I was told that we wouldn't lose games. All these things I was told 5 years ago is happening. PC is competing with PS5. And this is proof. You can play all of PlayStation's games over the last 5 years that they brought out, and some of the ones from PS3 that they remastered or remade, aside from Dreams and Demon Souls and Bloodborne and stuff like that. But a lot of their blockbusters are currently on PC through Steam. Almost all of them. Any of the ones they ever released on PC are through Steam, right? When it comes to the multiplayer games, which I don't think they have any multiplayer games on PC anymore because Concord would have been the only one. But if they do plan on bringing any other ones out, Sony won't make money from online, people needing to pay to play online because, as you know, on Steam, you download the game and you own the game. You don't need to pay Steam another amount of money so you could play the game online. It doesn't work that way. So, let's say that Sony does finally make a game. Example, Helldivers. They play that on PC without needing to pay for online. We don't. That's an advantage. Now, this Steam Deck, outside of Sony's first-party games, any third-party title, example, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Madden, shit like that, you're still playing those games online without needing to pay for online. That, again, that is in direct competition with PlayStation. That is in direct competition with Xbox. I've tried my hardest for 5 long years, and 5 years before, longer than that. It's almost 10 years. I've tried to tell you guys how dangerous it was to be so relaxed about allowing faceless trolls in the PC community to convince Sony that putting games on another platform was going to help. In fact, there was going to be a moment like this where things were going to evolve and it was going to look bad that they put games on PC. Now, again, I'm not shocked. I already knew it was bad putting games on PC. But now everyone, even the individuals that hate my guts, even the individuals that swore that they would never agree with me on anything, they are forced to have to agree with me on the fact that putting exclusives on PC is not helpful to selling a PlayStation console. Time will also tell when the price comes out for this thing. If the price is $500 or less, Sony has a big problem on their hands. Truwitty, are you trying to talk? Truwitty, are you trying to talk? I don't know. Truwitty's like... I don't know. Truwitty's mic's like flickering and shit. But I don't know if that's me or him. Let me go see. I see him in here. I just don't see him talking. I'm gonna back out of the Discord real quick and just back in and see what's happening. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There was something wrong with the Discord on my end. I couldn't hear you. Were you talking the whole time or attempting to talk?
I tried to call out to you, but you didn't respond. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, no, it was something wrong with the Discord. Everybody has some issues. I checked down Detector on Discord. My Discord wasn't even working this morning. I was scared that I wouldn't even be able to do the Sunday show. And then YouTube has some fucking connection problems in the beginning. But were you able to hear what I was saying on the stream or no?
You know, I just went to your YouTube. I thought you weren't ready.
No. I'm ready. I'm pretty sure they're hearing me. Nobody said nothing about my audio being down. Let me just double check on my end. Let me just double check. Hello, testing. Collecting L's, testing. No, everything's good. Okay.
I couldn't hear you through the Discord then. I don't know.
So I want to rewind this part, right? And you probably want to listen to it on YouTube, but I want to rewind this part where Mighty Keef says that he's representing PlayStation. He says it can play my games, and then on the other end of the phone, Xbox he is also representing Xbox, and he says, "What do you think? They can play all of my games too." And again, it's a very comedic video, but to me, this was like a very accurate video on what's going on. He did a very good job, and hopefully people understand what he's saying besides the comedic value of it, because it's very accurate. You do not need a fucking PlayStation or a Xbox when both companies are actively putting their games on Steam, and Steam just made a imitation console that most third-party developers put their titles on anyway. Not to mention, you don't have to pay for online. So whether you're playing a Helldivers 2, or you're playing Gears of War online, or you're playing any third-party game online, you don't have to pay for online to access their online. Like, we've said it, I've said it 5 years ago and beyond that, even almost 10 years now. how dangerous it would be if Sony ever listened to PC fans port begging for games. If they ever listened to them, how it could hurt their brand. And everybody tells me I'm wrong about this. Like, you guys are not seeing what I've seen. Hurting their brand is not about losing sales immediately. Hurting their brand is a long-term thing. Hurting their brand doesn't mean they're not making money on every other avenue. It means that eventually a competitor could come along and look better than you because you've focused so much on an aspect that you should have not been focusing on. They've been focusing on expanding their brand through putting their games on competitive platforms. But their investors, casuals, PC elitists, PC trolls, port begging trolls, and everything under the sun have been telling Sony, no, don't worry, PC's not a threat, PC's not a threat, they're not competitive, they're not competitive. What do you fucking say now? Are they competitive enough for you guys? Like, you have to remember, not Truity, not JayTech, not a good portion of the PlayStation Legion, but we had PlayStation Gamers saying, don't worry, it's just additional revenue, they're not competing. This was 5 years ago. People were telling us they're not competing, so they don't look at them like a competition. Even Sony was saying this.
Where's them, bro? Look at them right here. We need Adam in this bitch right now.
I would love to have Adam Moore here. I would love to have Adam, aka the Wall Talker, here. I would love to have a lot of people, and you know who you are, that said that this would never happen. Day and date would never happen. We wouldn't lose games because Sony's focusing on PC. Every last one of those statements are completely wrong. Time has now told us that we were right and they were wrong on high levels. So I want to play this part again so you guys can hear what he's saying, because what he's saying is what I've been saying. I'm going to play it right now.
Actually happening. I'm serious, sir. Steam is coming out with the Steam machine. It's a PC, but you can plug and play it onto your TV, like a console. What do you mean console? Steam has my games on it. Yeah. Get Xbox on the line right now. What do you want? Did you know about this? Know about what? I'm on the other line arguing with TikTok and Instagram Reels.
Steam's coming out with a console.
Console? I thought it was just a PC.
You plug it into the TV, you start playing games.
Damn. These niggas made a console. Well, I knew they were cooking up something. Why do you think I gave up?
You could have warned me about this. They can play some of my games on that thing.
How do you think I feel? They can play all my games on that thing. This is a...
Again, just listen to what he said. He says, you on PlayStation side, he said, you can play some of my games. Xbox was like, you can play all of my games on that thing. That's competition. Not only is this could be priced competitively, but just the aspect of you being able to have access to Xbox and PlayStation games in one spot.
My bad, Jay. I'm like 5 seconds behind you. So I was still listening to that shit. That shit ended in few spots. It was funny as fuck.
Yeah, like that. Do you see what he was saying though? But he's accurate.
Yeah. But the man says he could play a video game. What? Hey, but that's all facts though. That's all facts.
I think that if you've been a passive PlayStation fan or gamer up until this point, you need to, it's all right to admit that you were wrong. 5 years has passed, but I'm not going to sit up here and allow you to not correct yourself. A lot of you guys have said that this day would not happen. PC isn't competing with PlayStation and other dumbass shit that you've said in my chat and across the internet. And you guys got to take it back. You got to take it back because you were wrong. Sony's going to make a lot of money putting games on PC. Putting games on PC going to allow us to get more games. All of that shit was wrong.
They made 2% and we lost more games than any other generation.
Mm-hmm. Now they're releasing games pertaining to the Ratchet and Clank cell phone game and the Horizon cell phone and PC games that are not even coming to PlayStation. Like, as a PlayStation console gamer, I don't want to see you fanboying about Ghost of Yotai like that solves all our fucking problems. We got Ghost of Yotai and Death Stranding 2 this year. That's it. That's all we got. We got the same amount of exclusives as games that went to PC this year.
And then now those games that go into PC are exclusive from us. Like, goddamn. We did that MMO that's going to PC for free and not coming to our platform. Like you gotta feel some type of way. And if you don't, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like y'all niggas are something, bro. Take the ball games over here so they can go to PC.
I see you guys in the chat talking about Call of Duty, and I know that you're like, hey, bro, why is he not talking about Call of Duty? Because Call of Duty is nothing right now to this is a much bigger deal. Like, anybody could have told you that Call of Duty was bad. Actually, Call of Duty was bad for a number of years. I don't need to be told that Call of Duty is bad. And I also don't need to be told that Call of Duty is getting worse. Where was it going to go underneath Xbox? Like, it's underneath the Microsoft umbrella. It's going to get bad.
Call of Duty ain't gonna get any better.
But it doesn't matter. And you want to know why? Because people still went out and brought it. It's not as many people as Battlefield or anything like that. But it's still a lot of people that went out and supported that game.
You're shooting God of War type behemoths Call of Duty campaign. Bro, I was like, what the heck is going on, bro?
They had no more good ideas left. That's why it ended up like that.
Like what? I think it's like a towering human being. Bro. I'm like slamming on the ground like he's some god, bro. Like, bro, what is going on, bro? This is crazy. I'm like, this can't be Call of Duty. But then again, nigga, brainless people who continuously buy every single year, that you cause the downfall of COD because you never told them no, you are wrong. You say you are, they bring out a game, you rush out and buy it anyway. So what you telling them? All your complaining ain't doing shit. You act going up and continuously buying the game.
True, Eddie.
At that point,
you might have to fix your mic because your high voice pitch that when you're passionate about what you're saying, every other word gets cut off. So I'm not sure if it's that, or you may be on your speakerphone, or you might need to put in your headphones.
It's just better. Is this better?
Might be a little bit better. I don't know what do you change.
I just put on my headset.
That might be better. Yeah, that might be better. I mean, I heard you just bare like every other word at the high pitch, at the higher part of your pitch, it got cut off. So like, but I understand the gist of what you were saying. I'm just reading a couple of these chats.
All I'm saying is like, if you were sitting there and you complain about every problem that's wrong with Call of Duty and you buy the Call of Duty, then you got a problem because you're not fixing the problem. You're causing the problem to get worse. But you're not telling them. I'm telling them, you need to fix this. They're gonna only see the money, and if you get it, won't get fixed. You got to actually vote with your wallet, and if you don't vote with your wallet, you are the problem. And I don't blame them for doing shit in their game because you're not telling them no. Your wallet is telling them yes, I want them. That's all they see. They see dollar signs, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I hope I came in clear. I don't know if I am or not.
No, I hear what you're saying. You're 100% right, but when it comes to the gamers, or Call of Duty status don't hope for a better tomorrow. Do not hope that like the next Call of Duty is gonna be better. It'll be different, but just because it's different or they change the setting, it's gonna be exactly the same, and it's probably gonna be worse. And the reason why
it's gonna be trash just the same, because at the end of the day, same people who complain about it are still buying it every single year, no matter what. Just
well, all I can say to that is, like I said, in the same vein of them changing the game won't make it better. However, if they change the image of the game, it will still be enough to trick people, the same exact people, to buy the game every year. It kind of reminds me of like the Bugs Bunny cartoon, how he tricked Elmer Fudd by dressing up like a girl, or a different disguise as like a barber or something like that. And he would always trick the adversary by just a slight change in outfit and a change of his voice tone or accent. And it would be just enough. Now, you as the viewer would not be fooled. You would understand, oh, that's still Bugs Bunny. He's tricking that guy, and that guy's dumb enough to fall for it. That's the people that buy Call of Duty every year. I'm the viewer. I'm looking at you guys. You guys are dumb enough to fall for it every year. They change a hat or change their hair or maybe change their voice in the equivalent of what they change in the game. And it's enough for you guys to buy it every year. Yes, you complain and bitch just like the people that bitch and moan about Madden and NBA 2K every year, but every year they buy it. So I don't feel sorry for how bad Call of Duty has gotten. I don't feel sorry for how bad Call of Duty will continue to get. You guys have to be smart enough to say, hey, this ain't going to get better, and I don't like where this is, and stop buying it. If you just keep bitching, but you know you're going to buy the game anyway, you're part of a massive problem in the decline. 1 second, Truity. In the decline of Call of Duty. Like, they know they can sell you any type of product now, and you're dumb enough to buy it. They could dress it up however they want. It's still the same dog shit. You just spray the dog shit with some fucking cologne, and you're stupid enough to fucking put it in your mouth. These are facts. How long has Call of Duty been bad? And you guys still buy it. You buy it enough for them to break records. You buy it enough for them to still be important to PlayStation. Except for this year. Battlefield was, more important to PlayStation, and they partnered up. And I think there was a really, really good partnership. But outside of that, man, like, you guys are dumb. And I'm looking at this car crash and I'm laughing because, wow, man, like, you could see a mile away that this was going to happen. But people are now like, oh, wow, look how bad. Like, I see you in the chat and I understand that you understand this now. But I'm not amused. I've saw how bad Call of Duty was. I mean, it's a game I skip every year, but it's a game other people buy every year. There has to be a problem when a veteran gamer like myself is skipping a game every year and not once is tempted to buy it. What am I seeing that you guys aren't seeing? I think you're seeing it now because of how bad it has gotten. But I saw that Call of Duty wasn't going to change. It was going to stay the same because of the type of people that buy that shit every year. They don't have the type of eyes or brain capacity to want more from a fucking video game. They don't care about the story. They don't even really care that much about graphics. They just gonna buy that shit regardless because their friends buy it or the marketing team is doing a good job in their trailers, and it's just enough for you to pick it up. I'm disappointed in those types of people. I don't really regard them as high-class gamers because they're so easily amused. Hey, it is what it is, man. I'm thankful that everybody is finally, after almost fucking 20 years, finally you guys are waking up. Finally.
I'm not gonna say the name. But I saw you respond someone on X about how they were not gonna buy it, but then they did buy it, and now they're loving it, loving being in the lobby. I'm like, bro. Um, I look at that. I'm like, this is the problem. This is the problem because nigga, you are not gonna buy it, but as soon as you hop in the lobby, you're down for it. And then people make videos and say, oh, you probably have this complaint. Complaints don't matter. Your cries don't matter. It will be you make a video to complain about the game because you're not gonna do anything. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna fix it. The developers ain't gonna fix it because they don't care, and neither do you. You only care for the game at that. You only care for the look. But as soon as that look wears off, you find all the problems, and then you don't like it, and then you complain about it. No point complaining. Absolutely no point in complaining about the game. All your complaints go fall on deaf ears because all you do is give them money. When you give them money, they don't give a shit. I hope that's coming in clear on your end, just not being lost. But
I can hear you. I heard everything you said.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, let's move on. I mean, I gave them enough time. I don't really give two fucks about talking about Call of Duty because it's always gonna come out and people are gonna always be stupid enough to buy it. Like somebody like who said that? Vid Kid in the chat. He was like, just like the sports games, exactly like the sports game. And you see me skip them every year? Fuck yes. If I got a couple of Need for Speeds, and don't get me wrong, but I picked them up on severe discounts, you know. And I haven't picked up a Need for Speed since Heat. Was it called Need for Speed Heat? I think that was the last one I picked up. And then
Yeah,
that wasn't even 60 frames per second, so I was very disappointed. And then when they came out with another Need for Speed, I was like, well, I'm really want to get one. But then they made it cell shaded and some dumb shit like that. I was like,
that was stupid.
yeah. So I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to skip that. You know,
Yeah,
like,
they cut the budget.
I've said this before, and hopefully you guys remember me saying it. They're listening to the wrong audience when it comes to feedback. They're listening to the California gamer, or they're listening, and I know this is something that's gonna really shock you, to the Californian journalist, to the Californian game developer. Yeah, listening to each other about what they think gamers like, or listening to each other about what they think gamers should like. And this is what they've been giving us over the last 5 years. And gaming has, I'm not sure if we call it the West, but over here in the United States has progressively gotten worse. Even in Europe, the developers over in the European area like Ubisoft, though the games they've produced for us have gotten worse. Stories have sucked. Graphics not so much have decreased, but when it comes to storytelling and themes and character models, especially female character models, they have sucked complete ass. Like,
the female character models have been dog shit. I'm absolutely the worst.
yeah. So, it will get better, but only if their fan base and a good majority of them actually realize how bad it is.
No, but the problem is there's too many casuals that just buy and that just pick up anything that they
Well, that's what I'm
comes out
saying.
all the time.
If the
It
game
will never
gets
get better.
bad enough, right? Just like a smell in a house, it may get bad enough for you to be like, I need to do something about that. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, even the casual gamers will realize how bad it is. Now, you have some really good competitors to kind of like compete against Call of Duty in a way that casuals can say, hey, look at this and look at what they're doing. This is a little bit better than that. And that is all it needs. That is all that Call of Duty needs, is for a different level of competition from multiple different developers that have their games out, their shooting games out at a similar time, that can give the casual Call of Duty gamer different options enough to say, maybe I don't want to buy Call of Duty next year. Maybe I don't buy it next. You get what I'm saying? It just needs a little nudge. Truity knows. There's somebody casual that I know, and it just takes a little nudge sometimes. That's it. Just a little screenshot here, gameplay there, and you can get a casual from here all the way to there. Trust me. It's easy as shit. So with Delta Force out here in the wild, you got Arc Raiders out here in the wild, you got Battlefield 6 out here in the wild, as well as their what is it, their Battle Royale. You also have Fortnite, that actually me and Afro was on here the other day. We weren't live streaming, but we was just chopping it up on Fortnite, and it was fucking fun. No build, of course, and we had a lot of fun, man. So, there's lots of different alternatives to Call of Duty. I've always seen this for many, many, many fucking years, that there was a lot of alternatives to Call of Duty. Hold on. I want to click this and see if it's clickbait or see if it's real. It's a high chance that this is gonna be clickbait, but let me see if I can
So for Mom, I was
not crash out.
Oh, like when she says she doesn't want any
Jesus
toys?
Christ, these advertisements.
Exactly. What if we get her the new iPhone 17 Pro at AT&T? We can get her best.
Call of Duty is like an iPhone.
Good call.
And
It's always gonna be there. You do not have to always buy it, but it is always there.
Get the all new iPhone 17 Pro on us. The most powerful.
You're right about one thing. Call of Duty is an iPhone. Every year it comes out, and
every year people are dumb enough to pick it up. Let me see. This was one day ago. Let me see. I don't know what this is all about. Oh, okay. This is the footage from the set of The Legend of Zelda, and I don't even feel comfortable watching all of it. And the only reason why I say I don't is because fucking Nintendo and their fucking lawyers scare the shit out of me. It's a lot of filler in this video. It's not like 100% clickbait, but there's only one small video footage floating around of a scene that somebody shot, but it's really not a lot. I think they're gonna do a really good job with that Zelda movie. I'm gonna be seated there day one. I love Zelda, just like I was seated there day one for Mario, and I will be seated there day one for Mario Galaxy. I don't give a fuck how old I am. I grew up with those games. I grew up with those stories. I'm gonna be there day one. I was there day one for Ratchet and Clank, but I really wish that movie had that Pixar Disney charm, and it should have. It deserved it. Like the game was really good, and the story and the way they wrapped the game story up was really good. Especially A Rift Apart, which was again phenomenal. I don't understand how they fucked up the movie so bad. Yeah, man, I don't know. So
the game had pretty much the exact cutscenes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was, the game had cutscenes from the movie, but the way they told the story in the game was still way better. I don't understand how they did that, but hey, it is what it is. So we've seen enough of Mighty Keef's video to understand what the Steam Deck is going to do, how it can be competitive. but we need to go look at the Steam Machine trailer because I never watched it.
Oh, you never watched it?
No, I know everything about it, but I didn't watch the trailer. But I know what it is, and I know what competition it's going to bring. But I can tell you from what I've seen around the internet, there are a lot of people that are planning on picking this up. There are people on the Xbox side that are going to migrate. Because remember, you can play Xbox games on this thing without needing to pay for Game Pass or Xbox Live to play those same games online. And right there, right there at that very point, you have to understand that they fucked over not only Xbox and Microsoft, but Sony and PlayStation. And again, I can only hope that Sony ain't dumb enough to continue after this announcement to put their games over there. From what it seems,
they're slowing down, but I'm not sure if that's
exactly. We heard rumors that they're slowing down recently. This comes from Jez from over at Xbox. I don't trust anything he says. However, before he made that rumor up 2 days ago, I've already saw them slow down tremendously. Not only because they don't have a lot of games to put on PC anymore, but they are also seeing that the sales of the PS5 are slowing down because they keep raising the price, and you're gonna have to give them consumers a good reason to buy your system. You continuously put your biggest games on PC. It's not really going to drive people to buy your console. And now, again, with the arrival of this new Steam machine, bro, you're not giving anybody any reason to buy your fucking console. You keep announcing that you're putting games over there.
Exactly. And the problem with that is Sony's a hardware company. They're not a software company. As much as they're trying to put a bunch of software on PC, they're not a software company. If their console is not being sold, they're gonna have to rely on software. And at the end of the day, PC ain't paying their bills. Oh, it's a console that's paying their bills. Once you get the console, a lot of games on that console that you purchase, it's a console that's making them the money, but the software that's on the console that's making them. If their console hosts rely on the games that Steam that they put on Steam, and hope that
I gotta
Steam
jump in, guys.
Games.
What's going on? Is it important?
I gotta jump in on that because the only thing that works multiplayer wise is going to be like a few of the Xbox games. All the regular stuff that has like kernel based anti-cheat on PC doesn't work on Steam OS.
I'm confused.
What are you talking about?
Explain.
So Call of Duty, Battlefield, all the Fortnites of the world, they don't work on Steam Deck as is because of Steam OS translates API calls from Windows.
Oh no, I've heard of that. But
so the reason console gamers even buy the consoles is because it's an easy way to play shit like that, and you cannot sell that to them because the moment they plug it in and it doesn't work, they're going to return it.
But hold on, but you also got to take into consideration people are still playing on Call of Duty and what you call it. And
they're playing on Steam on a PC. They're not playing Steam on a Steam Deck. They're not playing on anything that has to do with Steam OS.
Yeah, but do you realize how weak the Steam Deck is weak? No.
We're not talking about power. We're talking about it physically not working because the anti-cheat makes it so the program doesn't work.
No, I've seen people play Call of Duty on Steam. That's why I'm Steam Deck.
On Steam or on Steam Deck?
Steam
is just a program.
What up, True Eddie? You're talking about a Steam Deck. That's why he's here. I'm talking about Steam Machine.
No,
Steam Machine is the same thing. It's using the same API thing. It's using Proton.
I never talked about the same shit. I never talked about Steam Deck before. I was talking about the Steam. The software.
Okay.
You're talking about Steam on a Windows
Can we correct
PC,
this? Because I don't have a lot of time today to do this. So we're not going to do this shit today. Let's correct this, right? First of all, I have to watch this trailer, and you guys are taking up the time. Second of all, it doesn't matter, Warlock. Casual gamers and consumers are stupid. They hear one thing, it doesn't matter. They will get it to sell. That's it. It doesn't even matter if the shit don't run. The possibilities is all they give a fuck about. They've always wanted to align. I mean, they're gonna find out, but it doesn't really fucking matter, does it? Because they're gonna buy that shit.
Also, you can't even buy it in retail.
Bro, look how many people pick.
Only on Steam's freaking thing you can buy it.
Look, but that's the whole thing. All I've been saying privately, and now I need to say it publicly to you and everybody else. There are tons of PC fans, low levels, that don't have the money for high-end PCs, that have always been looking for a reason to not buy a console, and they have done so over the last 5 or more years, right? This is not about what the device can do or cannot do. It's not about how you can pre-order it and how you can buy it. It's not about any of that. It's about a customer having just another massive fucking reason not to buy a PlayStation 5. That very fact makes it competitive. Whether you believe it's competitive for 1% or you think it's competitive for 50%. That fact makes it competitive. Because that consumer in another generation would have had no reason to not buy a PlayStation, because those games in another generation was only playable on PlayStation. With this new reality that we're living in, where PlayStation over the last 5 years have put their games on PC, a lot of the individuals that would have just said, damn, I need to go get a console now because this is not coming over, they are no longer saying that. That is a customer you will not ever get back on your ecosystem. That is what I'm talking about. That is all I'm talking about. So I'm hoping I straighten that out for you, Truity, and I hope I straighten that out for you, Warlock. It is not about what it can and cannot do. It's not about where you can or cannot buy it or pre-order it. It is about that percentage of competition that PlayStation, I truly believe, did not account for when they started the promotion of putting their exclusives at a later date, or in many cases recently, day and date, on the Steam store. Which completely fucks things up for them, because, again, it can bite into the perception that I never need a console, because the brand that I really like, the company that I really like, the one that I benefit from when as a gamer, because I get to buy all my games cheap there, and they have a good return policy, and everything else that you can fucking imagine that they love about Steam is making a imitation console. Bro, that is enough to keep that individual away from buying a PlayStation 5 this holiday season, or even asking their fucking parents or their grandparents for a PlayStation 5 this season. I don't think you guys see the big picture, Warlock. I seen this shit fucking years ago when they started to entertain the fact that they would put exclusives over there. This is the big picture. We are now in 2025, November 16th, 2025 to be exact. And now we're about to look at the Steam, Steam Machine trailer. And this is the big picture. This is the full fucking circle where the platform that people told me was not competing with consoles makes a fucking console. Do we get it? I hope I made it very simple for everybody to understand.
I already knew that.
Okay, let's go watch the trailer, because I have not watched this yet. But that is what I'm talking about. It could be 1% to 50% of consumers that are gamers that Sony could be missing out on because of the existence of this thing. It may not even be from individuals that plan on buying it day one, or have the ability to pick it up from the Steam store, or however they pre-order. It's just the possibility now. And that right there is all it takes. We have Xbox fans that still won't switch over to PlayStation because Halo and Gears were only on Xbox but not on PlayStation, but still day and date on PC. Now those same individuals, yes, there's a percentage of them that have now switched over to PlayStation under the cover of night. because that possibility is gone. So like now, that is what I'm saying right here for the Steam machine. Now, from what I've witnessed as a gamer on TikTok videos, I've only seen Xbox fans say they're migrating to the box. And it could be because it looks very similar, or it can be because they have been so manipulated by Microsoft to go in the direction of PC that they're going to give this shit a shot. Especially the controller also looks like Xboxy type of thing. I think that people
the control looks like the OG Xbox controller.
yeah, it's very bulky. But they did make sure that the analog sticks were close together like PlayStation. So again, it's familiar yet different at the same time. Let's go look at this shit. It's a lot to unpack because I haven't watched the trailer, but I knew that there was a Steam machine back in the day. I don't really remember it.
Hey everyone,
it was a failure.
Okay, here we go.
Reasons
portable handheld
that it will
gaming
fail
PC
again.
That lets you take your Steam library.
It won't fail. It won't fail this time.
We're pretty proud of
Shit.
it. People who own Steam Decks
Again,
playing
Warlock, I think you need to understand. It's all about possibility. It don't mean it's going to succeed. I don't think it's going to succeed, but the possibility. Okay, let's go over this real quick. The Switch made the industry say, well, maybe we should all do handhelds. And it wasn't Sony and fucking Xbox that did it. It was third parties that made alternative handhelds. Let your brain run free right now. They see a fucking Steam machine. Now ask yourself, what happened with handhelds? Most of the handhelds are modeled after a Switch, not a Steam Deck. The new Steam Deck is modeled after a Switch. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the original Steam Deck.
Exactly, but what's keeping third parties from making a fucking console now? They made handhelds. A ton of handhelds are out there. I think y'all need to understand it's not about succeeding or failure. It's about the possibilities.
I will say this has already been a thing. These things called mini PCs for a very long time. Intel has been selling them for years. So
yes,
this is not the first time.
You're missing the point.
You'll see. It's not a reality right now, and I know it's not. You're not seeing it because they haven't done this. So let's say starting right now, when they make these small PCs, they may look more console-y. And casual gamers that don't know anything may be dumb enough to pick one up or ask for one for Christmas or some shit like that. Again, it's the possibilities. Because of what has happened over the last 5 years, there's unlimited possibilities out there. And if you can't...
The only reason this will sell is because Nvidia has overpriced graphics cards and pre-builts. I'm not even joking. That's the only reason.
I can't say anything on that line.
I know this.
No. I'm not going against you. I'm just not going to say anything about it selling or not selling. And the only reason why is because we don't have a concrete price. And for them not to release a price but show off the hardware is kind of skeptical. Which means one of the two things. They either are afraid or they're looking on the internet to see how many people give one price and see if they can get that price, and then they will get let me see, what is it called? Sorry, 1 second. Oh, there you go. The Court of Public Opinion W. Because see, in the Court of Public Opinion, if they go along with what most people think, but most people think they're not looking at the internet, looking at the comment section about what they want, then they get a massive W. Because people are like, oh my God, they really did it. They really priced it around. A lot of people want it at $400, $500. They really priced it at $400, $500. Oh my God, that's the day one. Let me go get it. Now, I don't see this from console gamers, especially PlayStation gamers. But Xbox fans don't have a home right now, and they know Xbox is going to die soon.
Yeah, they're begging on the streets.
Yeah, so those are going to be over there, younger, inexperienced, PC trolls that I've known for now 2 console generations, they may be more entitled to get one because they don't have money like that. Like you said, these graphics cards are expensive as fuck. If this can be priced around $400 to $500, between $400 and $500, that's a big W. Now, if they go above $500, which means anywhere between $600 and over, then I don't know how that shit gonna sell. But in the eyes of not me, right? I want you to understand this, Warlock. This is not me saying this. I'm talking about possibilities. But right now, I'm not talking about possibilities. I'm talking about journalists with agenda. I'm talking about the media with agenda. I'm talking about fanboys, Xbox and PC with agendas. They are painting this as a console. It's not a console. We know it's not one, but they're painting it that. If enough people say stuff in the minority, which is hardcore gamers, they're gonna.
They did the same. They did the same thing for the Xbox handheld.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't think it's doing shit.
No, it's not because once that price came out, people were like, "Oh, fuck that shit." But the fact is, enough people truly went online and believed deep down in their stupid ass soul that it was a real fucking Xbox handheld, and it wasn't.
Nope.
You got a lot of inexperienced dumbasses and fanboys right now claiming that this Steam machine is a real fucking console, and it's not. It's going to have all the problems a real fucking PC is going to have. Quite possibly still susceptible to hacking and bricking on a higher level.
Yes.
So
they have a recovery image for you on Steam Deck. If your shit gets bricked, you can use a recovery image to get it fixed, basically.
So I'm interested to see what they say. There was a soundbite before we play the rest of this video that's so important because this is coming from the person that made the new Steam machine, and what he said was so fucking funny because again, they made the Steam machine based off of knowledge of the PC community, and that is why what I'm about to show you right now is so fucking funny. That's not it. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Is this it? Okay, so we got that. Hold on. Okay, so both of these are going to. Okay, both of these are going to my console war folder, so I don't fucking forget. Sorry. 1 second. And then, so that was, okay, hold on. That's TikTok. That's that. Well, actually, what's this one? Oh, okay. That's another one too. So I told Truity I had about 5 videos. It looks like I got about 4 videos that I saved from TikTok that were about the Steam shit. Okay, so we got that, and that. And I'm just going to send these over to the console war folder. Because I don't feel like trying to find these again. I got too much shit. Okay. Okay, and I got about like 1,000 fucking things in the console war folder. That shit's fucking huge. Got to trim some of the fat. Okay, let me just play a couple of these videos, and then I got another one that I want to play from Lucci that sent me that shit a while ago. So these are 4 videos. I just want you to listen to this. Oh shit. Shit. Sorry. That's not, wow, what the fuck? That's not even, sorry, that has to be moved to fun and memes. Sorry, that was Star Wars. Here, okay, so that wasn't 4 videos, it was 3 out of 5.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey,
Okay, that one gets deleted because that was just a funny video. Sorry. Okay, so now we're down to just 2. Good. Here we go.
That ain't cheap. Yes, it is! The Steam Machine, which is what the console's called, is able to run AAA games at 4K resolution. Controllers are included! And it's able to run PC games. PC! Everyone's been complaining about how expensive games are, right? Imagine if you had a console that can play Steam games, online games, for free! I have to buy a subscription for this, subscription for that. I bought the console, I should be able to play my games.
So again, I just want to let you know that individual probably has over 500 or more thousand of views. I know that at the time I saw his likes in the thousands, in the like double digits of thousands. Again, it's not me that anybody has to worry about. I'm just telling you, I told you so. It's the individuals that have massive followings or can get massive followings spreading misinformation that, as you know, spreads like wildfire compared to the truth. And those are the individuals that are out there calling it a console, also saying that it is in competition with real consoles. So again, I implore all PlayStation gamers to not allow what I say, right, to go on your deaf ears. Not for another 5 fucking years. Wake the fuck up and understand what's fucking going on. Okay? You don't want PlayStation games on fucking PC. You need to be bold enough to fucking say that shit. Because if they keep doing it, well, they're just going to look as stupid as Xbox. Right? Like Xbox is trying to sell you their console right now, as they're planning to put Halo Combat Evolved on PlayStation, where you all know it's going to run and play better. But they're still trying to sell you the Xbox this Christmas. But they're putting their flagship game on PlayStation. So it's the same level of stupidity if you continue to let Sony put games on PC. Right now, all of you, not just JayTech and the PlayStation Legion, all of the PlayStation community needs to stand the fuck up and say, Sony, hey bro, it's time to stop. Focus on your home. Get your house in order. Because right now, it's not looking good. Here's another video. This one's more educational.
Valve did a thing. They basically created a small Xbox. I don't know what this is. It looks like a small Xbox. This little piece right here is interchangeable, so you can customize it. But this is Valve's attempt to jump into the console space. And yeah, I'm buying it. Do I need it? No, but I'm buying it. And I think this thing changes the landscape of how we even think about what's going to happen next with Sony and what's going to happen next with Xbox, because I feel like Xbox kind of knew about this, and that's why they were making all these crazy decisions to kind of align themselves with the PC, because when these things come out and they actually are useful and they actually make sense for people to buy and people can really start to market this, it's just no way anybody will go back to buying regular consoles. I just don't see it. Like, I see this as 10 years from now being the only thing that exists and makes sense for most people. If Steam continues down the path they are, because they own the market there on the PC space, so they can subsidize. And if they can match the price and give you like the customization, basically if they can provide you a PC-like experience and a console-like experience and only charge you one time for your game, there is no way in hell that I will continue to buy console games. Just doesn't make sense.
Now, from the way he was talking, he was probably already a PC fan. Because if you're a real console fan, you're not going to migrate to PC. Or if he was a console fan, he may be on the Xbox side. Again, I've only ever heard today in my TikTok videos, and I wasn't specifically looking for them, by the way. I was just browsing through TikTok, and a number of them popped up. And I wasn't even searching anything on Steam or Steam Deck or Steam Machine or anything Steam related on my TikTok search history. So these videos kept popping up, and there's like 3 videos that I including well, not this one, but it was another one. They weren't like the type of videos where people were saying it with their voice. They were like, funny musical videos, shit like that. And they were like, hey, I'm going to pick this up day one. This guy was like, hey, I'm picking it up day one. Like, he doesn't, again, a lot of people are saying they're switching over and they don't even have the price for it. Like, there's no price for this box and people already made their mind up to migrate to something new. There are some casual people, we all know. Some of us were on that same spot. If it's something new, we're going to switch to it. It is what it is. But I think that people, especially if you're on the PlayStation side, you should keep an open mind as to this is a possibility, a huge possibility that it could hurt PlayStation. Since, again, they've put their games on PC willingly. And Valve has not given them anything in return. I remember PlayStation fans telling me that Valve is going to give us Half-Life Alyx for VR because we're giving them our exclusives. And fucking 3 years later, what happened with that? Anybody care to tell me in the chat that we get Half-Life Alyx in return for all the Sony exclusives that put?
We ain't getting nothing.
Exactly. So I mean, I can't tell you how many people were wrong about this.
I've heard rumors that I was also making Half-Life 3, which is supposed to be dropping with this Steam machine.
That is never gonna
happen. That
happen.
shit ain't coming to PlayStation or any other console.
All I'm gonna say right now is
rumors, not saying
Warlock. I definitely believe what you're saying, bro. I don't believe that everybody understands that the problems this box is going to have, that the deck had, and even Steam OS has on your normal PCs. But they're going to find out. And I also, from just recent research with Truity, on looking at the original price point of the Steam Deck, as well as the OLED Steam Deck was, if I believe correctly, it was like $550. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if the
versions of the Steam Deck were not cheap per se, the cheapest one was $400, and that
exactly.
Was
so
barely like no one wants that one because it had 64 gigs of
if you put
memory.
If you put this Steam Deck, right, the pricing, and then remember they're marketing this saying it is 6 times stronger, right? I'm just saying, I don't think they're as generous as Sony. Like, it's 6 times stronger. You get what I'm saying? Like, the PS5 is stronger than PS4. Right? But when you look at my purchase of my PS4, PS4 Pro, and PS5, what did I spend on all of them? $400.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people do not understand how I did that. Well, I did it because they priced it at $400.
Well,
I don't think that the Steam machine is going to be cheaper than the Steam Deck when they're marketing it as 6 times stronger. So I 100% agree with Warlock on that front, as well as the Steam OS and all the problems that Steam OS and Steam Deck have had. Unless they magically fix the shit. But again,
you need to actually get together with developers to get rid of kernel level anti-cheat on all their games, which is not going to happen.
They're not going to do that
because of how bad cheating is on PC.
Exactly. Well, let's go watch this trailer and see what the fuck they teach me.
We've heard from all of you. We're excited.
And with that being the case, there's some games I just won't be able to replay. That's
because
all.
this isn't a video about the future of Steam.
Hold on, Truity. Let me listen to this video.
About the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with this one. This is the new Steam controller. The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller, even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great features from Steam Deck, like trackpads, gyro, and back buttons, all in a comfortable form factor. Its next-generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness and longevity. We've put capacitive touch sensors on the thumbsticks and now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb, or your pinky if you're feeling fancy. Play for way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of playtime. With Steam Controller, we want to make charging and wireless pairing something that's actually easy. That's why we created the Puck. The Puck is a combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam controller. Snap it on to charge. Once you're charged up, snap it off again. You can play over Bluetooth or a wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link, whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine. Oh, this is the new Steam Machine. Steam Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like lightning-fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage, and brings some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller, with the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame. Steam Frame is Valve's next-generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam library. They even feature the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam controller for responsiveness and longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new Steam controller, a great companion for playing non-VR games in the headset. To make sure streaming is smooth and stable no matter what, Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed to your frame optimized for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running SteamOS. In addition to streaming, you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a micro SD card. Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame. All built with the same DNA as Steam Deck. All powered by Steam, work together, and can be used however you'd like with whatever peripherals and accessories you choose. Everything you see here is the culmination of what we've learned from our previous hardware experience and what we've wanted ourselves as gamers. Powerful PC gaming in an...
Okay, people. We're going to continue in a little bit, but from what I've seen is nukes were fired in the direction of PlayStation. Nintendo doesn't give a fuck. Nintendo is on their own island. They're going to do their own thing, and they're going to be very successful doing their own thing.
And Xbox is dead, so that's
Xbox is dead, and now it's deader than dead, right? Because what they were planning on doing with a handheld, what they were planning on doing with a PC style console, That now has been taken over. As far as the controller is concerned, that's a much better controller than Xbox. And then don't get me started on VR, because Xbox doesn't have a dedicated VR headset either. So all four of those.
And the funny thing is with that, though, Jay, they gave them their VR. Definitely.
Exactly, but all four of those aspects, when just pertaining to Xbox first, all four of those aspects that are on the screen have, they've completely buried Xbox. Now, when it comes to PlayStation, Portal is priced very competitively. It's still $200. They never went up on that, and they're doing much better with the cloud gaming. Although a lot of people are complaining that why should I have to pay PlayStation Plus to stream my games? But the answer is in the question, because you're streaming them through the network. So it is what it is. Now, I don't know if PlayStation is going to make a dedicated handheld. They could if they wanted to. I think they should really look at how many gamers would actually buy a dedicated handheld. When it comes to the controller, I don't think there's a better controller than the PlayStation 5 controller, especially the DualSense Edge. But that box there, that box and that VR headset is definitely massive competition for a PlayStation.
Battery life.
And the battery life for the controller is definitely like 32 hours. I could only dream. You
know how long mine does on the PlayStation? I got 3 controllers, 4 controllers I have to swap between, and I've replaced batteries.
Yeah, I get 3 hours for the DualSense Edge.
I don't even have an Edge. I just have a regular.
They did use a controller too. You can use the Xbox controller or PlayStation controller on that on the Steam machine.
Yeah. So that's I can't ever understand why anybody wouldn't think that things would evolve this way. We were younger in the 80s and 90s, depending on when you were born, and we all heard about stories of computers taking over the world, right? Maybe that hasn't happened yet, but they evolve. And if you mess around with computers enough, you're going to level that shit up, and your mind is going to run free. And this is the combination, like they said, of things they wanted to do. And now they've made enough money from Steam, because that's the place that most PC fans give their money to make these type of devices. And I will only say, if priced competitively, will be truly competitive. But the idea that these exist is competitive in itself. Not on a high percentage, but once we get those prices, especially for the controller, especially for that box, fuck the VR. I don't think that's going to matter anyway. Because the PC community has access to multiple VR headsets, and they have not supported them in the way that people want them to make VR a real talking point in most conversations for video games. VR is great, but them headsets. So at least one thing, I know that VR headset's going to be very pricey. Now, and we already know what the Steam Deck is doing with the prices. So we don't care about VR headset. We don't care about the Steam Deck. We know that's like very pricey. The controller in the box.
Well, at least it's better than the original Steam controller. That one was awful.
I don't even remember the original.
Dude, it's bad.
But
you don't want to.
I wanna.
My friend had it, and I was like, bro, why'd you buy this? He was my roommate. And I was like,
oh, the original Steam controller with the big circle things.
It was bad.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah, that was ugly.
It was bad.
Very ugly.
I made fun of him for buying it for years.
Let's go over some prices, people. Let's get some engagement going in the chat. What do you think the price is gonna be for this box? I'll go first. At least realistically, anywhere between, I think, fucking $700.
Yeah,
they're marketing it because it's not a fucking console. It's not a console. It's a fucking PC. Like they already said, it's a PC. True. It just looked like a console, but it's really a fucking gaming PC. So it's still gonna do everything a fucking PC does.
Yep.
That'll be the cheapest PC in fucking history. I don't think they want to step on those type of toes. So $700 or more. If they really want to be competitive with the console scene, which again, you got to think about this. Expand your mind, people. Everybody in the chat and the people on the panel. You do not want to give a $400 or $500 gaming PC to a fucking kid. There's too much dangerous shit online. So I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be priced cheap enough for a parent to say, let me get this for the kid, because it's a fucking PC. So $700 plus.
Do that already.
I know, but $700 plus. That's what I'm going with. True Eddie, Warlock pricing for the box.
It has to be 600 or lower. They have 550. You can't sell something that's weaker than a PS5 and say, "Yeah, let me get a premium for that."
I believe it has to be 550.
Wait up now. The Xbox Series S went up in price. Isn't that like what? Ain't that like $400 now?
Yep.
The Series S, yeah.
They can claim inflation and get away with a higher price. I'm just saying. Even PlayStation upped their shit by $50. I'm just saying. Think about that. That's why I went with $700, because it's probably gonna be over $700. Realistically. And then if it's coming out in 2026, that inflation, if it is any more inflation, will boost it. And I think that's why they don't want to give a price. Also, even though the Steam Deck was expensive, they had shortage problems. Am I right? A lot of people signed up to pick that shit up, and I don't think they could.
That's Steam not supplying it correctly. I can tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. I think that this box would be more in demand than that fucking handheld.
I got mine. They had issues with getting it emailed out like, "Hey, we're gonna give you your thing." I'm lucky that they honored my agreement after they canceled it.
I think that this will have even more problems. So I hope they're prepared. Like, never underestimate your own fucking product. Sony has done that multiple times, specifically with the PS5, and you saw what happened with that. So.
Ghost, the only thing that I have to deck, the reason it even has an audience is because of the low amount of good portables there were at the time. I'm just saying that right now, because most of the portables out back then were like $700 and they were all crap.
Yeah. I mean,
the only reason Steam Deck even did okay.
Yeah.
They were crap, and Steam made it easy.
Yeah, I agree. But you got, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm just, again, there's a lot of misinformation and a lot of hype. And over the last 8 months, people have been asking this question in the underground of the console war. Who is going to take Xbox's spot? We need somebody rise to take Xbox's spot. And now Steam people have made a literal Xbox Junior. Not even fucking joking. It literally looks like an Xbox. And it's black,
the only
too.
positive that can come out of this is maybe Sony will finally get their ass kicked so that they can maybe start actually making games again, because it seems like they've been missing that for a while.
I agree.
And just riding on the third parties.
I agree.
Stupid.
I agree. I agree 100%. Again, I haven't watched his video. I watched the clip of his video, but I see it as a recommended video for this live stream, and that's from Linus Text Tip. And he got 3.4 million views in 3 days for his coverage of the Steam Machine. And I want to go over the title that he used. He says, Valve's new console and controller. Steam Machine and Steam controller. I didn't say that. He said that. And he got 3.4 million views on misinformation. So again, I think
his channel's full of misinformation.
I understand, but people watch that and they listen and they're going to continue to regurgitate that information. That this is a console and thus being competitive with PlayStation. I'm happy. Because if Sony sees this, they're gonna feel some type of way. We've seen.
I hope they feel some type of way.
We've seen when Sony feels some type of way, and it's the best fucking Sony. They felt some type of way getting stabbed in the back by Nintendo in 92, 93, and they made the original PlayStation. They got stabbed and fucked over and fucked up by the Xbox 360, and then they gave us the PS4. So I love it when PlayStation, gets their ass kicked, because they need a little bit of that tough love so they can wake the fuck up sometimes and give us some good shit. Not to you, Warlock, but to everybody else, I was right. I was right. PC is competitive with console. You putting your games on that platform does not mean it's not competitive. Because now they're just fucking bragging about having everybody's games. And I know.
That's all they're going to end up doing, though.
Exactly. That is not a fucking good look for Sony. And it's not a good look for a PlayStation fan that wanted this shit to happen. Anybody that ever said on the internet that you were okay with PlayStation exclusives going to fucking PC, this is your fault. All of this dumb shit is your fault. You made this happen. If they really wanted to punch somebody in the gut, they could have released this during the holiday. But like I said, I highly doubt they
didn't.
They don't have the stock for it. And I don't think they're going to have the stock for it next year. Whether you believe it's going to flop or not, it's going to be a shitload of people still want to buy it. And I don't think they're going to be able to facilitate those amount of pre-orders. Guaranteed. I saw what happened with Steam Deck. And Steam Deck ain't shit. It ain't shit. It can't run shit.
It's only 4 million.
Yeah, it can't run shit.
Their marketing is different this time, though. I noticed that every game they marketed besides the Silent Hill game was the Cupheads, the Stardew Valleys, all the stuff that you can run on a Nintendo Switch, which is insane work.
Exactly. So, I can't wait to see Digital Foundry. Again, I want everybody to know that... Do
you know what the Steam Deck was marketed on? It was marketed on AAA's playing on it, like Jedi Fallen Order. I bought that shit because I was like, shit, I can play Jedi Fallen Order at work? Hell yeah.
And they didn't facilitate those wishes.
It did facilitate those wishes quite a few times, actually.
So no problems? So what was your problem with it?
The only problems is certain games on Unreal Engine 5, unfortunately.
That's a lot of games, man.
Hey,
okay, so you got a Steam Deck and you didn't have no problems with Jedi Fallen Order. No visual problems? Nope. So they're saying that this box is 6 times.
Like the PS4 version.
Okay, so they're saying this box is 4 times stronger than the Steam Deck. Do you believe that?
6 times or 4
6 times? Sorry, 6 times.
Either way.
6 times.
The thing is, a lot of that's getting used up on stupid shit like 4K.
Well, I don't know. It's a massive flex.
What is 4K but 4 or 5 times stronger? So.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't honestly trust Digital Foundry because we know they're PC centric, so they're gonna be very biased. But I would only hope that they do do a good amount of comparisons between this box and consoles. I'll be moving over to Digital Foundry shortly. I just want to finish this video. We're at the end. Thank you guys for sticking with me, and thank you and welcome back to the channel for our first Sunday show in a long time. Uh-oh. Sure. Hold on.
I played my Steam
I was
Deck.
looking at my
It plays
foot.
Hogwarts Legacy great. It plays Jedi Fallen Order great. It plays Final Fantasy VII Remake great. Like, I don't know. Like, mostly the stuff I play, it's great. But people be out there trying to play Remnant 2 or whatever, and they have troubles because it's Unreal 5.
So Steam's,
thing,
Steam's
like,
not
like
good with Unreal 5.
No, Unreal 5 is trash. As an engine, it performs like trash on every platform, including PlayStation.
True.
It's an engine problem. I know that Final Fantasy 15 looks great on it. I have that on the Steam version as well because I bought that game 3 times or some shit.
In early 2026.
So they're bringing it out early 2026, but they're still not ready to give a fucking release date or price. Little suspicious.
They're not going to give a release date to a start of next year.
They should.
Next year, sorry.
They should. Still gonna be funny. People buy this shit and you can't play Grand Theft Auto 6.
I know, right?
So.
Oh goodness.
I don't know, man. They got some smooth marketing. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna see how far it goes. Hands-on with Valve's new Steam machine. Now, I don't really want to see Digital Foundry's video because I think they got flown out to the office, so they won't actually be able to do. Yeah, they won't be able to do that type of a comparison with other consoles, which is what I really care about. I want to see how strong this shit is. So we are going to be waiting a long time because I don't like to speculate or publish rumors. So we're going to be waiting a long time. One of the things I do like about the box is how customizable it is. So if you do have this box, you will be able to customize it in different ways. So that's pretty cool. But
the thing I don't like is they went with regular micro SD card and not Express.
I'm guessing
you don't know,
Express
there's a huge
is
speed difference
faster.
between
Okay,
Express.
I figured.
Express is used in the Switch too. It allows for games that are closer to SSD speeds to be on the system. The regular one is like hard drive speed.
Do you believe that? Young Yi is also saying that the Steam machine might launch with a Half-Life 3. If that happens and they show it off.
We were making fun of that in the JRPG thing when we were having JRPG Sunday earlier today. We were making fun of that because we were like, this is the fucking stupidest thing we've ever heard.
But keep an open mind. What if it does? And they show it off at the Game Awards, but it doesn't come to any other console.
That would be crazy.
Do you think that would be the shot that PlayStation would take seriously as far as competition?
Yes,
because I think they're taking it seriously now. If they watched the same trailer I watched, and I know they watched it, I would be like fucking punching a fucking chair right now or kicking somebody out the window because it's like, damn, we got fucked over. We gave them all our games and they made a fucking console or imitation console. That'd be a strong flex,
and don't
you know.
forget the PC guys are like telling everyone to be sure to pirate every Nintendo game on it.
I've heard that.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I've heard that people said they're going to emulate a lot of Nintendo games and play it on there. I've also heard one person say they're going to customize it to purposely make it look like a GameCube. I don't know how Nintendo feels about it. I haven't really had any conversations with Nintendo fans when it comes to the Steam Deck. So I don't know how they feel about it. But how I feel about it is it's going to compete with consoles, Xbox specifically, and PlayStation 5. And it's the competition we need for Sony to wake up to realize that what they've been doing right now, they need to stop. They need to go back, they need to work hard, and they need to fight for the dollar of the consumer. You know, and also the minds of the consumer.
I don't know what agree.
Because, like, they've been very passive. Very, very passive. You know, like, this is a very orchestrated, calculated announcement. A lot, like, me personally, people talked about the trailer. I was like, oh, it's just a trailer. But it looks like they flew out high-level content creators, a lot of PC-centric content creators. You got Digital Foundry that went up there. You had, and they have big fucking subscription base. Like, they have a lot of fucking viewers. Linus Tech Tips went up there. Like, you got a lot of big name PC centric people, and they have went up there. Well, hold on. Oh, okay. So tomorrow at noon, they're going to be announcing the 2025 nominees. I didn't know that for the Game of the Year awards. Okay, that'll be nice. Wow, that'll be dope. That'll be really, really nice. Okay. Yeah, that'll be dope. Okay. So that's happening. I'm gonna have to watch that. Damn, bro.
What?
The Game Awards tomorrow. They're gonna give announcement on it, who's like the nominees
on Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow, Monday.
Oh,
yeah. Damn, bro, shit about to be crazy.
When does it even happen?
Working tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time.
No, I meant like the actual event.
I don't fucking know. Hold on. 1 second. Let's see if I can find it in my playlist. Let me see. Fight favorites. No. I'll watch later. What the fuck? Where did it go? I just looked at it. Fuck. What happened? Fuck. Damn, I can't find it.
This is.
Well, it's happening. I think it's like the beginning of December. I think that's when they're gonna do it. I think it's the beginning of December. That's probably gonna fall on Thursday or some shit. Game. Game Awards 2025. Let's see when it's gonna take place. Oh, never mind. Push it back a little farther this time. December 11th. And I don't know the time, but they said December 11th. Damn.
December 11th. Interesting.
Well, last year's was December 12th, so okay. That's kind of on brand for them.
Yeah.
But the year before that was December 7th. Yeah, it's progressively got farther.
Slightly.
Yeah, it's gotten farther into December the more he does it. Let's see, what was it before that? December 9th. In 2021, it was December 9th. December 10th in 2020. December 12th in 2019. Yeah. Jeff Keighley been on it. He been doing this shit for a while. Not gonna lie, man. That's pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
We've been at it for a while.
What's the best video game of all time?
League of Legends. Final Fantasy 13.
League of Legends is the best video game of time. Oh my Jesus! Of course, you would ask a fucking casual gamer, what is the best video game of all time? Like really? That is.
No.
Don't ever ask a casual what's the best video game of all time.
Yeah, they'll always give some sort of weird shit.
What the fuck? That's a dumb League of Legends? The fuck?
Yikes.
Not even everybody fucking played that shit growing up. And me, I've never touched it and never wanted to touch it. The fuck is that?
It's ugh. Even someone who's played lots of
somebody in the
Warcraft,
chat said Digital
Default
Foundry
mode,
did a test on it and said not all games will run 4K 60. Yeah, that's pretty obvious though. But I'll go watch it if you think it's important for me to like see what they say. But it's pretty fucking obvious. It's a fucking PC, and most PCs can't run everything 4K 60. So if this shit is still a fucking Steam device or still a PC at heart, then yeah, they can tout 4K 60. But most of the time, for the big boy games, it won't be hitting 4K 60 all the time. Unless it's like come on, you stupid ass commercials. Can you just let me see the fucking video? Thank you.
Just over 10 years ago, Valve
Paid promotion, by the way, includes paid promotion. They were paid to do this.
Endeavor. It was an attempt to.
It's good to know that they fucking announced that they were paid to fucking do this promotion. It's not genuine.
I asked about this, and in their experience, they said it works pretty well. But obviously, that's going to have.
That shit's small as fuck, bro. That shit literally is a GameCube, bro. I mean, on size alone, they can get away with $500 or cheaper, but damn.
If you do have a Steam Deck, or indeed a Steam Frame, which we'll talk about in a separate video,
yeah, it's like a GameCube.
Take your micro SD card, unplug it from that device, plug it into another device, and get those games.
The only reason it works is because there's no disk
So it's a
drive,
very easy hot
and you can
swap
just
type
throw a
system
giant
here.
heatsink in there, and that's it. The
on
whole
an
thing is
SD
mostly
card.
just heatsink
So in terms of
and
the
fan
actual like meaty part of the specification,
on a circuit board.
This is the interesting part. So the CPU is a 6-core AMD Zen 4 design at up to 4.8 gigahertz. They're quoting here. It only consumes about 30 watts according to their spec sheet.
Like they've opened it up.
Employee I talked to, and other
Show what it is on the
suggested
inside. It's
based
just a
on
chip,
hawk point
and then
potential.
there
That is
is a
mobile
little bit of
APU
onboard
that's similar
storage,
to the AMD Zen 1 products.
and
Those were based on
that's
Phoenix
it,
Silicon.
basically. And
This is like a slight evolution.
it's like super duper simple.
Potentially, again, potentially they didn't confirm that.
Because you don't even have to make the
I'm not
controller stuff like on Steam Deck. You don't have to make the circuit board custom for the controller to attach to it. And then all you have to do is enable, you put a Bluetooth chip on there and you're done, basically. For connectivity.
So,
and you have all the ports on the board.
With this device, that shit is very small. Like, that is small as fuck. It's obvious it's not gonna do 4K 60 all the time for every game. That's just not gonna happen. How customizable is this device, Warlock? I heard that you can swap out the SSD
the
and
face
stuff.
plate, and basically you have the faceplate, and you can add micro SD card to it, and you can go into Steam OS and put in your own program setups, just like on Steam Deck. I mean, that's
What
pretty
about
much it.
like you can't change your SSD? Because I saw that you could, but I don't know if
I haven't seen that part.
Mm.
But if they can, that's at least in line with the Steam Deck, because you can do that on the Steam Deck.
Okay. So, somewhat customization. I feel like the real expert tinkerers will find out if they can do more. And if they can, they will. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, probably some things they can do, but like it's minimal. Same thing as a Steam Deck, where it's like, hey, you want to upgrade your storage? Yeah, you can do that.
I feel like if you want to get the console experience, this is just me as a veteran console gamer, you should probably just get a fucking console. Because these games are not going to be any more optimized than they already weren't. Right?
No, they're not. The only time they get some optimizations is if certain games get Steam Deck builds. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake got a Steam Deck build, for example, and Rebirth too. And same with Stellar Blade. They got Steam Deck builds, basically, when it got ported to PC. It's only if your game has it. And sometimes the games will have, like, automatically been set up, basically, by the community and submitted, like, hey, here's the settings, basically, because most Steam Decks actually just default to a certain setting in a game, basically, in my experience. When I put in Guardians of the Galaxy, it defaulted to, like, medium settings, and it looked pretty good, basically, for example. That's on my Steam Deck, though.
Okay. Well,
so they default to a setting, basically.
I think we've covered this quite a bit. I want to go...
All I know is that it's going to be way more noticeable if you have a lower resolution or anything on that device, putting it on TV. Just like on the Switch 2, when you blow up something on the TV, if it has a lower resolution, it's going to look odd. When you blow up stuff on the TV. That's the thing. That's why it's probably 6 times stronger. Is probably the same compatibility, but you can do it in 4K now.
So, guys, let's go take a look at Ratchet and Clank Ranger Rumble, and we're also going to go take a look at the Horizon game. And the reason why we're going to look at this is because we have to talk about it. And I know a lot of people have hit me up and wanted to know what my thoughts were. And we're going to go and talk about why this is happening. Why is it not coming to PlayStation? Why it looks the way it looks. All of the above, which you should know. Okay, so let's go click into it. Oh, fucking bullshit advertising.
If the Colonel knew we waited this long to bring our tangy, smoky KFC original honey barbecue back, he'd be a little upset.
I'll get the mop.
The Colonel laid.
Sure, when he fell asleep. So it's basically Ratchet and Clank multiplayer with a mobile. It's like a mobile spin-off of Ratchet and Clank.
Whoa. Technically, not. This
nigga woke the fuck up for that. What happened?
I said they could play. It's not just on it. So.
What you say?
Never mind.
Still waking up.
We talking about Ratchet and Clank. No, we're not looking at her. We're not talking about Horizon yet. We're talking about Ratchet and Clank.
Oh no, yeah, I see it.
It looks solid though, even for a cell phone game. It doesn't look too bad. If they wanted to make this a console version, they could have like spiced up the visuals a little bit, but like
the thing is
in the Kingdom Hearts community actually. Cynical over there with he's a Kingdom Hearts streamer. He has been playing it because he likes Ratchet and Clank as well. He used the Philippines server to do it because you can log in on the Philippines and it's in English.
Dope. But
they could have put this on consoles for $20 and I would have picked it up, bro. They would have put this out for $20. It would have fucking did numbers. Simple as that. Like you're putting it out on phones for free. Put it out over here for $20. Call it a day.
My jorts. Yeah, where your jorts at?
The thing is though, Jay. That's what pisses me off, right? We haven't had a Ratchet like a multiplayer one since freaking Gladiator, and you do this now and you don't even give it to
You know why it's happening.
And then you have a trick. I don't know why it's happening.
Yeah, so I'm not getting bent out of shape because I already know why it's happening.
No, we all know. PlayStation already let it. It's their fault.
Yeah. Wait up. True Woody, what did you say so that I know that I'm not saying the same thing? What did you say? Why it's happening?
I said PlayStation niggas already let that happen, so I'm not even bothered about it anymore.
Oh, okay.
But
I was gonna
that's
say
all I was
something a
saying.
little bit different. It's happening because the last Ratchet and Clank, although it was a really great game and I loved it a lot and got the platinum trophy, it did not sell well on PlayStation 5. They then turned around, put it on PC, and it sold even worse. And that put the idea into Sony's head that this is an IP that, and I truly believe this, is the next IP on the chopping block to be retired. Just like Sly Cooper, just like Jak and Daxter. Ratchet and Clank is about to be retired. The last game was great in every aspect of greatness, but people did not buy it. People didn't buy it. And a lot of people were like, hey, they either want this game or they're asking Insomniac as we speak, are they making another console game? And
they're making another one.
I didn't hear that last
They
part.
said they're not done with Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Some already responded saying that they weren't done.
Yeah. But do you trust them though?
I don't trust Insomniac with nothing.
I don't really trust them, man. I think they're all hands on deck for Spider-Man, Wolverine, and
Marvel.
Yeah, and it's like when
they're Marvel studio.
Yeah, when they get around to Ratchet and Clank, maybe they'll do something, but by the time they do, they won't. No, that's just what it is.
That'll be PlayStation 7 night, nigga.
Yeah. Cause like this, in all honesty, it's an interesting game we just looked at. Let me go put that back up there, so you guys can see. It's an interesting game we just looked at. However, it's not a game nobody asked for. Like it exists, but we didn't ask for it.
But that's the point, though, Jay. They said they want multiplayer, and they bring out multiplayer. They don't even give it to us. I mean, that's stupid.
I 100% agree, but things have changed recently.
Oh, hold on. Say they want.
You're breaking up.
To be on
You're breaking up.
That's what they. Oh, sorry. They said they want multiplayer on all platforms. That's what they said. Multiplayer games will be what's multiplayer. Clearly, this one, when it's multiplayer, yeah, we making multiplayer. That is stupid. At that point, bro, I just can't. I can't.
You either have to reconnect your headphone or leave out and come back in. But
Okay, I'm
the
leave
thing
back.
is happening again when you like talk and then cuts you off.
I'll be back.
I don't have that issue, do I?
No. It's only true.
You didn't hear the problems?
No. Let me see if I can play this trailer again. Fuck.
Do I sound the same?
You sound the same, but just talk how you was normally talk. I'll let you know if you cut out.
Okay, whatever.
But yeah, I mean, their plans change. I know what you're saying. Everything you said is right. It's just their plans recently changed because Totaki is in charge now, and he's like, "Hey, well, this would be better on cell phones. You put it on consoles." Most people are like, "Hey, it's too kiddie. I'm not gonna support it." Blah blah blah. And they just like, hey, they make the decision without our input. I mean, you also have to look at what I just said. The game came out, the last one was really, really good. Probably one of the best ones they ever put out. Beautiful graphics, amazing story, great weapons, lots of new customization with customizing your armor and shit. And people didn't buy it. Then they turned around, put it on PC, which is quote unquote the saving grace of consoles. They put the game on PC for additional revenue, and no one picked it up on PC. So what do you think they were going to do with the next Ratchet and Clank installment? Go to a different platform, mobile. And if they can't hack it there, again, no matter what Insomniac says, they're going to retire this game. They may not want to, but they work for Sony now. If Sony says, hey, we're not funding another AAA Ratchet and Clank game after this flops, then hey, they just better hope this doesn't flop. And we know shit flops on PC all the time. Square Enix made a really, really good Final Fantasy VII spin-off on PC a few years ago, and it flopped. You get to play as young Sephiroth and everything. It was cool as shit. I never played it, but it looked amazing, and I wish it was on console, but it wasn't. And the next thing you know, I look up and it got canceled. So, again, Insomniac, good luck with that. But it's going to be dead on arrival. Nobody on PC is familiar with the Ratchet and Clank brand. I mean, sorry, on mobile.
It's not even going on.
My fault. I misspoke. I meant to say mobile, not PC. It's on mobile, people, not on PC. They're not familiar with this brand on mobile either, especially on mobile. Well, let's go to the next one. I think Truity will be amped up to talk about this one. We're going to go to the Horizon one. Horizon. Where is it?
Yo, Frontier.
I know what it is. Just thought they would have had it.
Yo, Frontier, Jay.
I know. I just thought they would have had it.
Oh, okay.
You ain't got a 10-minute gameplay.
Wow.
Yes, so peaceful. Yeah, there's long gameplay.
Okay, we're gonna watch it from the beginning to the end. I'm gonna go into full screen mode, people. We haven't been in full screen mode all day, so we're gonna go over there so you can see a better image. I've seen some gameplay earlier this weekend, and the graveling hook animation is so much better because you can gravel a hook on anything. Also, the female character models, you see thighs, you see skin, you see a nice curvy, realistic tone, beautiful female. Yeah, she's a wild beast woman with face paint on, but she looks very attractive, and in no way they was like, hey, we're gonna make her look bad. So again, sorry, I fucking fucked up my mic. Just let me go set this shit up. Where are you at? Where are you at? Stupid ass mic. Oh, it's not that. I need to go over here to properties. Let me just fix this real quick. Reconnect this, and this is just one aspect about PCs I don't fucking like. Like, I just fucking hit my headset and damn, I gotta reset this and connect this back to that. And look, man, I wouldn't pick PC ever. I'll stay with consoles. I don't give a fuck what kind of device they make over at Steam. Yeah, like I was saying, you can make a female look accurate and you still can use the IP name, and NCSoft is proving that. So here we go. It still looks like Horizon. From the character, well, not so much the character model and the armor, I'll say, but not the shape of her. I love that sword that she's holding. That shit was, I think when people saw her hold the sword instead of a staff, they were like, I want this on my system. I think everybody saw it, they was like, oh, I want this on PS5. I mean, it's a fire ass trailer, bro. It's really fire. And I like that you can basically mount any monster, like even a jaguar.
Yeah. You can
I mean, I don't know if that's a jaguar or a panther. The one that goes invisible. It's one of the two, but I like that you can mount that shit. That was so fucking cool. It's a beautiful trailer. So fucking great. I don't know how long it took them to make this shit, but however long it took them to make this shit, they did such a fucking good job, bro. Thank you for subscribing.
I'm so annoyed.
Forgot I implanted some new subscriber thing. Oh yeah, I didn't see this part of the trailer. I think I cut it short, or I saw a cut down version.
Yeah, that's some long gameplay. Game. It's so freaking good.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, that definitely gave me Monster Hunter vibes at the end. You know how Monster Hunter always ends with you doing the final slash on a monster. So it definitely gave me Monster Hunter vibes. Oh, it's a developer diary. That's why it was longer. Okay.
2017년 호라이즌 제로 던을
Alpha footage. It looks good. It looks good.
저는 바로 빠져들었습니다.
I would say day one, but sadly, we don't have access to it on our PS5. I think Sony is going to be begging these niggas to put this over here, bro. But I don't know, like, if it's free to play, it's like, it kind of like, it puts a bad taste in my mouth. Because I want to buy this shit. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know if it's free to play. Yeah, it might be. No, because that you had. Remember, say you paid for it and they just updated.
I know, but they've had free to play MMOs. That's why we gotta wait and see.
Yeah, I know.
But what you know, with the landscape right now, all developers are putting everything free to play.
Even if it is free.
Now the question here is, what engine are they using? Because whatever engine they're using, they're doing a very good job of simulating the lighting that we see with the Decima engine. I know it's not the Decima engine, but they're simulating the art style very good.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, Jesus. You guys are so picky in the chat. I just clicked the first thing I saw, but, you know, I didn't, somebody said don't click on IGN's video. I truly, me personally, I truly do not want to click on IGN's videos, but it was the first one that popped up, so don't blame me on that one. Let me see.
IGN is too big that they won't.
Yeah, they're like, well, I mean, it's crazy because the original video has 2 million views already in 3 days, and it wasn't the first one that popped up, although IGN had less views, and they popped up first. I think, like you said, I think it's the subscribers. Yeah, it looks much better over here.
I was the one who originally came up with the concept of the Horizon franchise. Now, Horizon is incredibly special to me and to everyone at Guerrilla.
So you got somebody that's the top dog at Guerrilla saying he was happy to put this over there. Okay, you happy to put the game over there, but you didn't say put it on fucking consoles?
And of course, those incredible.
It's not his choice, though.
You think it was?
That's what the developer was saying. It's
you
not
think?
His choice.
From the very beginning,
it's Sony's choice.
We've imagined the Horizon universe as one that could be experienced in
It's
many different
it's
ways.
very. I can't even say the word, but it's very gay for him to have done that. It's very fucking gay.
It's not his choice.
I don't give a fuck. I would have fought tooth and nail to say, okay, yeah, you want to put it on PC and cell phone, cool, but make sure you include consoles.
You're sharing the frontier with
The developer said he wants to put it on console, but now he's forcing it.
I like that you can team up with people. That frame rate is horrendous, though.
And that mix of cooperation and competition.
I like that. Oh, it looked like they got a parry. They got a parrying system.
Yeah, they do.
Oh wow! Look at the female character models. They don't look like men.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sometimes there's conflict. That always creates a world filled with mystery and beauty. What we want players to feel is the world's resilience and its hope.
I fucks with it. Oh, look at that. They making food and shit. Oh wait up, they cooking like Monster Hunter.
Can adapt, it can survive.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
We've already had groups.
What the fuck?
This, bro.
And it's really amazing.
Yeah, I think we need this on console. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard.
What really stands out is
Okay, again, like true what he says, the games that we want, we don't get, and then they canceled everything else. Yeah, they need to make sure they announce that they bringing this to PS5 before next year, bro. Because what the fuck are you even doing, bro? Nobody's gonna buy a PS5 to play Horizon single player when they can play Horizon single player on PC and fucking cell phone. The fuck is wrong with them?
이 프로젝트를 세상에 처음 선보이게 되어 조금 긴장되기도 하지만 동시에 굉장히 설레네요. 호라이즌 스트릿 프론티어스의 핵심 컨셉은 한마디로 압도적인 사이즈의
That parrying system is fucking dope.
기계를 공략하는 재미는 원작 호라이즌 시리즈가 가진 가장 큰 매력이었잖아요.
You got double daggers too?
확장시키고 있습니다.
And elemental attacks? And charge attacks?
새로운 전투 경험을
Jesus.
먼저
Bro, I need this. Inject this shit into my brain. This motherfucker is a certified day one.
기계 몬스터의 특정 부위를 파괴한 뒤 풀캐스트를 활용해 순식간에 접근하여 올라타 파괴한 부위에 함정을 설치하고 상태 이상 효과를 부여할 수 있고요. 전투 중에 기계 몬스터가 드랍한 무기를 마운트에 싣고 들고 다니다가 다른 전투에 활용하는 방식도 가능합니다. 거대 기계 공략의 중심에는 협력과 전략 두 가지 키워드가 핵심 가치로 자리 잡고 있습니다.
Sony said nope. We don't want it.
각자의 역할을 수행하고 전략적으로 행동해야 하며 유기적으로
I think Herman said nope, we don't want it. I think Herman dumbass.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, and yeah.
People still don't understand why I didn't like Herman and Jim, and this is why. This again, if y'all niggas would have been patient, y'all would have understood. Yeah, Jay know exactly what the fuck he talking about. That nigga dumb.
Herman came out and said, "Don't worry, we have a Horizon multi." I'm like, bro.
I don't want that cartoony shit. I've seen it. It looked like dog shit. I want this. I want this. Oh my fucking god. Whoa, hold on, man. You gonna create your own fucking character?
Oh, trust me, Jay. I see.
What the fuck?
I've seen this already.
선호하는 부족을 선택해 캐릭터를 생성할 수
Fuck!
저희는 유저분들이 원하는
I'm missing out on
표현할 수 있도록 높은 자유도
Oh my god, oh my god.
Yes, we're missing. Because of Herman Holmes.
Okay, you know what, Sony? You fucking up, bro. I mean, you've been fucking up, but man, this proves so much that they're so out of touch. Your own IP is not available to the people that made this IP possible. What the fuck? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. We made this franchise by buying it and believing in it, and then the one of the best versions of the game we can't even play. They dumb as shit.
이 모험의 주인공이 되는 모습을 보고 싶습니다. 저희도 그날을 위해
They're fucking brain dead.
Nigga, I give a shit.
They fucking brain dead.
Herman Holmes.
What is really going on?
Herman Holmes said there's no
What the fuck did I just see, bro? Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna be sick. I'm about to be sick after this shit, bro. Okay, people. We're definitely at the end of the show. We got 20 minutes on the clock and we getting up out of here at 7 because I got shit to do. What the fuck is really going on with Sony?
This is what it's the going on with Sony.
Like, I mean, I'm trying my best to understand this shit, but it's
the whole multiplayer strategy.
So, I mean, in the combination of all of this, you have this going on with the Ratchet and Clank, not on PlayStation 5. You got Steam making a fucking imitation console that's completely competitive with your product. And like
you're giving them a free, you're giving them free games. That's not coming to your platform.
Exactly. So if I was anybody at Sony right now, like, bro, you can't be happy about this shit. There's no way you can be happy about this shit.
Blame, we both Jim.
Again, Lethal. We've been blaming Jim Ryan and Herman since the beginning when everybody said stop attacking them, like Ice Queen Gaming and what's the what's that other person?
No, I'm sorry. I'm glad they're gone. I'm glad.
I know, but it's like I've Ice Queen, Mary Wilcox, Adam Moore, Briggs, even fucking what's the name, Son of Sam. They were like, hey, you know, this is gonna be good for us. Put games over there. It's gonna be good for us. You had tons of people in our community that did not fight hard. No offense, Jabari and Persona, but you guys abandoned JayTech and the PlayStation Legion on the premise that this was not gonna be healthy. And we've been saying this for longer than you guys. We've said that putting games on PC was hurtful, was going to kill and harm PlayStation. And everybody kept telling us,
it's I'm going to say that all over the internet.
Everybody kept telling us that, don't worry about it. You know, it's not competitive, so it's not going to work. It's not going to hurt PlayStation. Again, like I said, is PC competitive enough now? That they're making fucking handhelds, that they're making fucking consoles. Is it competitive enough? Because it looks competitive enough when the media and the journalists and your favorite outlets of Digital Foundry and even Linus Tech Tips got 3.4 million views in 3 days talking about it being a console. You got people that don't know shit that are spreading that and regurgitating that information all over TikTok, claiming that the Steam machine is a real live console. Sony is quiet. I don't give a fuck what you say. Ghost of Yotai sold at a much slower rate than much slower rate than Ghost of Tsushima. That's crazy, bro. We only got 2 exclusives this year for PlayStation 5. Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotai. That's it. Next year looks a little better. But 2025, like PlayStation, you looking weak, bro. You could, and this is coming from somebody that is a PlayStation gamer, and I want PlayStation to get back on the horse and do what they do best. But right now, they ain't looking so good. Look, you're not always gonna get W's. I know this.
When I found out about this, I was pissed. Sony fucking up all the way to fuck.
I want to say something important, True Woody. So please give me the floor. The individuals in the PlayStation community The individuals in the PlayStation community that continue to ignore the L's that PlayStation takes because you don't want to be a part of the side that gets any type of fucking L's, you're not helpful to this community. If PlayStation doing something wrong, it's your responsibility as a fan, as a gamer, to let them know they're doing something wrong so they don't do it wrong anymore. You allowed them to put games on PC for 5 fucking years and most of you guys didn't have a fucking problem. Now you have a problem. Think about where the fuck you've been for the last 5 years when they've been doing this. And also think about myself telling you this is not good. You be careful what you say online, guys. You keep telling them to put games on PC, they're going to do it. I kept telling y'all niggas that. And most of y'all was so passive with y'all bullshit. Now we're in a situation that everybody can agree is not good. But we got here because so many people did not think we would. Once they announced Horizon Zero Dawn for PC, any and everything was possible in my eyes. And a lot of it has came true. Whether you thought it was going to happen or not. Yeah, Jim and Ryan were not good for PlayStation. I'm happy Jim is gone and he's retired. Herman needs to leave.
Herman needs to go too.
Yeah, Herman needs to go. Anybody that helped, anybody that agreed that this shit was gonna help or do anything good for Sony, they need to be relieved of duty. I don't care if it's Neil Druckmann. I don't care if it's anybody at the top of Insomniac. They all need to be fired.
Neil Druckmann needs to go too. Neil Druckmann needs to go.
Like all of them need to be fucking fired because we did not get here overnight. There was a fucking process of 5 fucking years that led us to this fucking point. We've got here over 5 fucking years. Now remember, there were so many fucking games that were canceled, multiplayer games that were canceled.
Hold on, before this just started, I heard of some when they were saying that in the PS4 generation, there were developers that wanted to put games on PC. I think there's a lot more developers in there like that was head of the studios that wanted this shit. They need to go. And a lot of them need to go.
True. I think a lot of them have gone, but not because they did anything wrong or they made stupid decisions. I think a lot of them just fucking moved. But there's a lot of other people still in charge of these different studios that wanted this, and they need to go. They need to be fired. They need to be let go. I truly believe that the very moment they created the PlayStation console of Nintendo stabbing Sony in the back, I think that has happened in a sense when it comes to the creation and announcement of this Steam machine. I don't think that Sony's looking at this device with a big smile on their face. I think they're like, yeah, we fucked up. That's what I think.
No shit. We've been
But I think that Totoki and the other chair people, I think they're looking at who is obviously responsible for getting us or getting them to this spot. And I know that everybody's looking at fucking Herman. And they're looking at Herman because, like I said, the Steam shit happened in the same week that the Horizon shit happened. Both of those are the biggest news stories of the week. These things dominated the fucking the Twitter and TikTok all fucking week for the last 4 or 5 days until Call of Duty came out. And then even when Call of Duty came out, nobody cared. And they went back to talking about the Steam machine and the fucking Horizon game. So it's like it was a couple, like about 4 or 5 days now that this has been in the news and people have been talking about it. And it's not good for Sony because people are mad at Sony that we don't get a Horizon game. And then they're also looking at Sony like, well, okay, we're not getting a Horizon game, but there's another competitor. Maybe I'll go over here, you know? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, guys. Well, I want to ask everybody on our way up out of here. You know, we're gonna be ending the stream in 9 minutes. We want to be very punctual going forward. I want to drag on the stream. Does anybody have any questions? I'm gonna be taking a look at the chat real quick. If anybody has any questions, let me know. If any statements need to be said, if you feel generous enough to leave a super chat, you can do that. I have made my mind up to buy Assassin's Creed Shadows. I will not be touching Ghost of Yotai. I will not be buying Ghost of Yotai. But I am planning on picking up Assassin's Creed Shadows, which could be in the next 2 to 3 weeks, depending on when the Black Friday sale goes into effect. That is something that is going to happen. Yotai is going to continue to be skipped. Some of us have to speak with our wallets, even when the other ones are too afraid to do so. I will be speaking with my wallet. Lethal Gaming Inc. What's going on, bro? You said, how did PC get more games and exclusives than PlayStation 5? Craziness. It happened when PlayStation Gamers kept saying everything was okay. Now remember, Xbox fans used to do that also, and look where it ended up for them. I am letting you guys know right now, if there is a fucking problem with Sony or PlayStation, you need to be fucking loud and say, hey, I don't like this. Because if not, we're going to end up just like the Xbox fans with no fucking house. I'm letting you guys know, bro. Continue to be passive about this shit. I've given you the statistics for the last 5 fucking years of how much money they made from PC in percentages. How many fucking games have been canceled specifically because of PC that were also going to be on PC? How many games have went to PC? Like, bro, it's not good out here, bro. And all of that information is public. You can ask your AI, whichever AI you use, you can ask your AI and you get all that same results. On the surface, is a PlayStation 5 selling better than Xbox? Yes, but that's easy. On the surface, is Sony making a lot of money? Of course, that's easy. Because the system is more money. It costs more money to buy a PlayStation 5 than it did a PS4 for a longer period of time. So they're making more money, of course. But as far as customer satisfaction, again, we got 2 exclusives this year. Only 2. And some could argue that one of them is not as good as the other. And then at the end of the year, we get teased with 2 multiplayer games of IPs we know very well that are not coming to our platform that we are on. A platform that we supported, both of those IPs, and we're not going to get to play them day one. You should, as a PlayStation gamer, feel some type of way.
We're not getting them at all. We're not getting them at all.
Exactly. You should feel some type of way about that. Again, Xbox fans have been in the same fucking boat, but we're on the same path, bro. If you guys don't wake the fuck up, we're on the same path. I've been saying this for longer than I wanted to. We're on the same path if you don't wake up. A lot of y'all was afraid to stand with me when I hold on, True Woody. A lot of you guys were afraid to stand with me and the PlayStation Legion years ago when we were speaking against PC port beggars. When I was debating PC port beggars, a lot of you guys were afraid. You were like, "Oh, nothing's gonna happen." Blah blah blah. You know, a lot of people was agreeing when it came to what was it? What was they agreeing with the debates? Like a lot of people was agreeing with the PC fans about all the debates and stuff, and they was like putting all games on all platforms was good. Y'all thought it was funny when Rags and Fertanga was coming after me, and now again, look at all of this. There were moments in time where you guys could have been a deciding factor of changing this current outcome, but some of you guys stayed silent. Some of you guys didn't want to speak up. Some of you guys didn't want to be anywhere near us. And that's cool. This is your future now. I'm not affected because I knew it was going to happen. I did everything in my power to warn you guys constantly, week after week, month after month, year after year. And you guys were like, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. I don't even know what a PC troll is. I don't know what a port begging troll is. I broke that shit down to you. These guys are saboteurs. They beg for a game from a game developer knowing that they're not going to buy it so they can get it on another platform. That starts the migration that we're currently in, where PlayStation feels comfortable putting more and more games on this platform. That makes your platform, the PlayStation platform, less valuable in the eyes of consumers and even Sony. Now, again, like True what he said, there are 2 fucking games that are not coming to PlayStation. That are IPs that we have supported for multiple generations.
Oh, you talking about ours? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the NC Soft thing.
Yeah.
I just had a phone call with my father. I was gone for a while.
No, it's all right. We about to end the stream in like 3 minutes. But yeah, bro, it's like there were points in times where people could have stood up and say, "Hey, this don't look right. Something don't smell right about this. Why are you putting games on PC? Why is Horizon going to PC?" But some of y'all made so many excuses because you didn't want to take a fucking L. You have to take an L so you can get bigger W's. PlayStation took a lot of L's on the PS3 generation, and they got massive W's for the PS4 generation.
Mm-hmm.
Look, over the next 5 years, I hope to fucking God you guys grow some balls. Because if you don't, it's going to get worse for the PlayStation community. You guys are going to feel worse.
These niggas ain't gonna grow no balls. These niggas don't got no balls to fight.
You think they're announcing more games for the other platforms? It'll get worse if you guys don't stand the fuck up. Or if Sony doesn't fucking see that there's no adverse reaction. Y'all don't like it? Make sure you make it known that you don't like it. Well, that's the end of the show. Shout out to True Witty and Warlock for stopping by on the panel. Big shout out to the individuals in the chat. Let me give a shout out to my boy Lethal Gaming Inc. He's been in chat chopping it up with us. Lucci Sky is also there. We have Ghost Substitute Soul Reaper. We have Mr. Flash. He's in the chat. Who else was here? We have Almighty Spartan. He dropped in a little bit. We have Vid Kid. He was also here.
My mother's calling me.
Cool.
Yeah,
we got Ozzy Raff. Oh wait, Oz Raff was already in the panel too. Who else we got? Who else was in early? I know somebody was in early that wasn't here later. Who else was up here? Furious Legacy Gaming was in here. Verge Brizzle was here early as well. Alexander Clifton was also here early. True Woody was also in the chat. And Shake Capo was also here early. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming back and watching this Sunday show. I have a gaming stream set for Tuesday. We're going to be starting the Dispatch game. There's been a lot of buzz around it. You know, I'm a big comic book fan as well as an anime fan. And I played a lot of those Telltale games years ago, so I don't really have a problem with it. So I'll be streaming that. I'm hoping that maybe each stream, just to get us caught up, can be 2 episodes that I cover. And if the episodes are too short, I'll make each stream 3 episodes. But we're going to aim for each stream being 2 episodes. And it is going to be a recurring stream, and we're going to try to see if we can get it locked down to a specific day and time. But don't worry, timestamps will be there. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Oh, tomorrow after work, if I'm feeling good, I'm gonna probably do a good Battlefield 6 live stream where I'm gonna finish the campaign and play a little bit of multiplayer.